need the clicker. Ah, here we are right now. And I'm going to request the old clicker for the slide. And I'm here with Ira Cohen, who has an exhibit at an art gallery called Art at 10 East 18th Street. And I was fortunate enough to be there today. And Ira's work is amazing. And thank you for coming, Ira.
Yeah, thank you.
And I'll give this over into your...
Okay.
So we'll do that in a minute, but I would like to say that I met you many years ago, and I've been thrilled by your work. And I feel that it just brings you back to a time that we love best. And I would say
That's the present time.
Exactly. Right now, this is it. Enjoy it while you can.
NOW.
Right. And I hope everybody likes it as much as we do, because it's incredible. And you are coming from what you call the Mylar chamber.
Right.
And can you explain, I would like people to see this, but can you explain how you create this marvelous effect?
Well, people are usually very
Well, let's let them
interested
see it
in
first. Yeah. Let's get...
Is this coming over in color, actually?
Yes, it's coming over in actual color.
Okay, living color.
Living color. And you can change it when you like.
Okay, so these are some characters that were in a film I made called The Invasion of Thunderbolt Pagoda. Here you have the White Cobra and Queen Bone. I'm going to go on to the next picture. Okay, that's backwards, one of those things with these clicks. Can you get this one?
Yes, it's on.
Yeah, okay. This is another image from the same period. Fritz Mooney, who we were talking about before, and who you know is in this picture. It's a little hard to focus at this distance through the ladder, but I'll try my best.
And Fritz is an artist and a fantastic-looking guy.
Yeah, a wonderful painter and one of the greatest and most hallucinatory people that's ever walked anywhere.
Indeed.
Okay, now we're going backwards. Well, I've always wanted to do this, to go forward and backwards and forwards.
Well, it's our pleasure. Now, what do we have here?
This was a photograph that was made with Diane Rockland, who was a filmmaker, and was actually intended as a book cover for a book of Maurice Girodias, you know, who published Olympia Press.
Definitely.
Okay, back again. That's great.
Well, so you get to see more this way.
Yeah, it's okay. I can go back and forth quite a lot. You know, one step forward. This is Jack Smith.
Incredible.
As Norabo, Prince of the Venusian Munchkins. The name Norabo was chosen because it's Oberon spelled backwards. You know, Oberon in the great Shakespeare play Midsummer Night's Dream.
Definitely. Now that we've seen a few, how do you create this marvelous effect?
Well, people are always interested in the how rather than the what and what's happening and everything. I don't want to really go into it so much, but it's
a trade secret.
No, it's not a trade secret. There are a lot of people who have dabbled in things and they like to talk about years of experimentation. I spent 4 years taking photographs only in mirrors, which I was constantly bending. I built a mirrored room with, say, hexagonal room, you know, covered with Mylar. And in these reflections, I made my photographs, you know. Well, many people think they're paintings. Other people, you know, I sometimes tell them that these are reflections caught in a spoon, you know, or in a, you know, just look in your electric toaster in the morning and you might get some idea.
But, let's go to the next one.
But a lot of time was spent to prepare these images. This is another one.
It's behind us now. That's incredible. Yeah, it's behind us.
This is actually me in the to the right between the tiger and the parrot man. This is a shot made in the jungles of Paraguay in 1968.
My goodness. Oh, that's beautiful.
This is kind of a pin-up.
It certainly is.
You know.
It's gorgeous. I don't feel offended by it, if I may tell you.
Well, I've never been offended by pin-ups or, you know.
Well,
I'm just trying to pin it all down, actually. I think that's the
well, Ira is one of the, when I met him, the truly inspired artist and photographer, and I'm thrilled to have this work here. I hope you people out there realize how great he is. And he is going to Europe
Well, I'll be going to London.
Yeah.
I have the show now at Art on 10 East 18th
Yes.
Street for another 2 weeks, and then I'm taking this show with a lot of other photographs made since then in India and Nepal, black and white photography, the Bandaged Poet series, and various other photographs to make what will be the first real retrospective show of my photography.
My goodness. Now, in the show that you have now, there are pictures of Jimi Hendrix.
Right, Jimi Hendrix, William Burroughs, Alejandro Jodorowsky, Valli, the great painter,
Yes.
you know, and many, many other people, Jack Smith, Charles Ludlam of the Ridiculous
Yes.
Theater Company, and a fabulous suite of pictures from the Grand Tarot, at least one or two of which are in this series. This is kind of an extraterrestrial space shot, you know, like
Yeah.
before Star Trek.
Definitely.
Nowadays, it's made in the middle 60s.
It
Could
is
imagine
wonderful.
him as the captain of a spaceship. Here we
Definitely.
go. This is actually an odd shot that doesn't quite fit in with the timing on this series. Was made in Nepal of Petra Vogt holding her dearest icon close to her lips, you know.
Well, a lot of these people that you take pictures of are not only gorgeous, but famous in their own right for being artists and
Yeah, that's very
creative
true.
people.
But more than all that, they were good friends, you know. And we just had some kind of beautiful relationship and rapport that made these pictures possible.
Well, it's wonderful.
This is the White Cobra.
It's amazing. I encourage all of you who... Now, one of the things in your press releases is that it talks about the healing nature of looking at certain pictures.
Certain arcane pictures,
Yes.
yes.
Now, what would this heal?
Well, I don't know about this particular picture, but I mean, there are
I'm
a lot
saying
of...
that in a kind of
Yeah, I
joking
say
way.
there are a lot of images that are suppressed, you know, that are in the
Yeah.
unconscious. People come to them sometimes through certain special experiences, certain kind of intensity. Often people tend to repress these images, and this causes a certain kind of pain and distortion. So this is a kind of a free revelation, you know, a vision
It
of the
does sort of
future.
awaken a certain place in me. And
Yeah.
I just got very excited being there. And I was lucky that I was there alone and I could go, oh my God, you know, and ooh and ah, just by myself. And I wasn't embarrassed by what other people would think of my reaction to it. So I was very fortunate. But, you know, feel free to do that if you go, because it's
Right.
just wonderful. I particularly liked a picture. Is that a proper phrase
Yeah,
to
you
say
can
picture?
say picture anyway. Pick, they sometimes say pick.
Pics, like with an X. That was the Jade Prince.
Yeah.
And call me sentimental because it was a kid, but he was beautiful. And I can't encourage you enough to see this kind of work. And whatever was wrong with me before I saw him, I definitely am healed
Well, I don't see anything
now.
wrong with kids, you know. I think that's the hope for the future, frankly. And especially these mutant kids, some of whom are growing up, and the Jade Prince is one that I particularly like, so I can agree with you.
What do you mean by
on that.
mutant kids? if I
Well,
can
like
ask?
kids who are actually growing antennae and getting ready to
Take off!
you know, to carry us into the future responsibilities, which most people have a lot of difficulty dealing with or even imagining, you know, as
Really?
we are drowned in the blood of the present-day global experience.
Well, it certainly makes it a lot easier looking at your pictures.
Okay.
What is this?
Well, this is a particular favorite. This is Charles Ludlam of the Ridiculous Theatrical Company.
It looked like a fountain.
Well, he's here as the Fool.
Yes,
in
definitely.
the tarot
I see it now. I
series.
see it now.
And if you can get that hand, can
Yeah,
you get that
amazing.
hand in there? Because in that hand, I
Yeah,
find...
not his
my
hand.
that's
Drop,
okay.
drop down on that photo. Yeah,
You
there.
see that in that hand, what is his right hand to our left?
Yes,
you can
gnarled.
Yeah, you can see a face in there, which to me is one of those special caviar things that an artist can delight in, you know?
My
See, I
goodness.
mean, in that hand you see the expression, in a sense, the signature of the Fool revealed in just the way his hand looks.
Do you look for people's faces in the ordinary skylines and bylines, or do you put them in?
Well, sometimes we put them in, and sometimes, you know, you're walking in a street in India and someone's carrying a lot of carrots on their head, and you say, wow, what a fabulous hat. You know?